It was natural talent that brought Roger Kiekhofer success during the most prosperous period in the history of the North Central College men's swimming program. Despite not swimming at the high school level, Roger excelled under head coach John Molitor.
He had so much talent. He just kept getting better and better. He had the talent and the desire to be as good as he wanted to be.
As a sophomore, Kiekhofer swam with the 400-yard freestyle relay team, which finished first at the NAIA National Championships. That victory, along with Roger's third-place finish in the 50-yard freestyle, launched the Cardinals to the second of 3 NAIA national titles. The following year, he won national championships in the 100-yard freestyle and 400-yard medley relay, helping lead North Central College to the top of the podium once again. But for his coach, what made Roger stand out wasn't just his ability, it was his attitude.
I don't know how to explain it, but if you knew Roger, he was an adult. Sometimes when you teach swimmers or you're with coaching, you end up with a lot of kids that are immature, very childlike, and you just bear with it. And Roger was already an adult when he came.
Roger took a hiatus from college after his junior year, joining the Milwaukee Police Department and becoming a motorcycle cop. One night, he stopped a nurse in her car. He wound up marrying her, but on one condition. Roger had to return to school and finish his degree. He returned to campus and joined his team for the 1966 CCI Championships, winning the 50 and 100 freestyle events and the 500 medley relay, as North Central College claimed its 17th straight conference title.
There's no way we should have won the 1966 conference championship, but we did. And it was because of a team effort. We wanted to win.
Beyond being a champion, Roger displayed the true character of a North Central College student athlete.
He really was a gentleman's gentleman. I mean, he was that kind of guy.
For so many athletes, success in one sport is an achievement. Sandy Eberhardt took that achievement one step further as the only member of the North Central College Athletic Hall of Fame to have been voted Conference Player of the Year in 2 sports. She was named the CCIW North Division Player of the Year in softball in 1989, the first year that the CCIW named a Player of the Year. She then achieved CCIW Most Outstanding Player honors in basketball the following year.
She just loved the game, and she just was good at it. I mean, and I just think she just liked to compete. And I think, you know, she just had that attitude where, you know, my favorite sport was the one I was playing that season.
As a sophomore, Sandy led the CCIW in doubles and runs batted in during conference play, as the Cardinals won the CCIW Tournament Championship and qualified for the NCAA Division III Midwest Region Championship. She received a first-team All-Region selection for her efforts, in addition to first-team All-CCIW and Player of the Year accolades. On the basketball court, she came into her own as a junior, putting up 19.5 points per game on 57.1% shooting in conference play, as the Cardinals tied for second in the CCIW standings with a record of 10-6. And she matched that athletic success with a great attitude.
She just was a great teammate, great and just reliable. You know, 10, 14 points a game, 10 rebounds. I mean, she just did everything well. And just, I can't speak highly enough about just being self-motivated and just being a great teammate. And she was probably the driving factor that took us downstate her junior year, just her play and her attitude.
As a senior, Sandy was a first-team All-CCIW selection for a second straight year, averaging 19.4 points and shooting a then-school record 55.5% from the field.
You won't meet a better person, a better athlete, and she's one of the top 10 kids I've ever coached. I mean, honestly, she's the best, the very best.
Greg Sego is one of the most decorated competitors in the history of the North Central College men's swimming program. But that success came after a rocky start in another state. Greg began his college career at the University of Miami. but quickly realized the atmosphere there wasn't what he was looking for, either athletically or academically. With a little persuasion from a childhood friend and swimming partner, Greg decided to come to North Central College.
He was just a tremendous athlete and had a tremendous work ethic, and that was the reason for a lot of his success. When he came here, I was rejuvenated because the year before I had swam at Nationals by myself and it wasn't quite the same environment.
Greg's swimming career flourished. In 1990, the team placed 7th at the NCAA Division III National Championships, and Greg earned All-America honors in the 100 and 200-yard breaststroke, as well as the 200 and 400-yard medley and freestyle relays. But the true strength of the team arose from the connections formed in and out of the pool.
Each year it seems like the team grew a little bit more and more, and I think a lot of that had to do with everybody enjoying the fact that they were on this team and that we did feel really close-knit and kind of a family type of situation.
The following year, Greg earned 5 more All-America honors, and as a senior won CCIW titles in 3 individual events and was named the conference's most valuable swimmer. And he is still the college record holder in the 100 and 200-yard breaststroke, with his time in the 200 ahead of the next swimmer by more than 4 seconds. But Greg's success wasn't just for him. He pushed his team members to be their very best.
In the practice pool, he motivated me to swim faster in practice, and obviously the faster you swim in practice, the faster you're going to get in competitions. He was also obviously a really good friend, and so I wanted to be the best I could be because of him, and vice versa. I think we kind of fed off each other, and our swimming careers were better because of each other.
A self-made athlete with a passion for track and field, Justin Rapp thrived in the program at North Central College.
He's not only a really, really good athlete, but I'll tell you, the guy is just such a student of the sport. He used to study track all the time, and I'd give him a lot of help with track, but then he'd also research it, we talked together about all kinds of things. So it was just a fantastic situation.
A discus thrower in high school, Justin's passion for the shot put grew during his first year, as he missed the North Central freshman record in the event by less than a foot. He continued to improve, and by his sophomore year, he became an NCAA Division III All-American, placing 3rd at the Indoor National Championships. That success followed through into his junior year, when Justin won the inaugural CCIW Indoor Shot Put Championship and repeated as the outdoor champion, earning All-America honors in both seasons as well.
We'd go up against all these kids that were much bigger and much stronger than he was, especially the kids out of the Wisconsin schools. But yet he'd invariably beat these kids most of the time because he just had that burning desire. He had that physical and mental strength that just propelled him over the top and, made him do such great things when he was in college.
One of those great things came from his very last throw at the Outdoor National Championships in St. Paul, Minnesota, where he achieved a personal best and a North Central record distance of 56 feet 5 1/4 inches, which won him the college's first ever national shot put title.
His very last throw, and he won it by probably about that much. It is an amazing story, it really is. But he certainly deserves it because he worked so hard during his whole career. And he was so positive and cooperative.
But Justin was so much more than an outstanding athlete. He was a remarkable teammate.
He was a fantastic teammate. He was just always very positive. And when he would get done with his event, he'd go to, watch other events and, cheer on people in other events. And no, he was 100% a team guy.
Doing things the right way. It was far more than a simple statement from head football coach John Thorne.
Worry about doing things the right way and things will fall into place. Those are words to live by. Put other people before yourself. Do what's right, not just for you, but for multitudes, and good things will happen.
Coach Thorne put his words into action during his 13 seasons in charge of the football program at North Central College. 118 victories, 8 straight CCIW championships from 2006 to 2013, and 8 appearances in the NCAA Division III championships. And through it all, his philosophy guided him.
He didn't get into coaching because of the X's and the O's. He loves that part of the game, don't get me wrong, but my father coached because he knew he was making a difference in the lives of young people.
And his players succeeded. 59 Cardinals claimed first-team All-CCIW awards, 43 received All-Region accolades, and 17 earned All-America honors. But John wanted his players to be so much more than All-American athletes. He wanted them to become All-American husbands, fathers, and men.
He was teaching life lessons to everyone in that program, including the coaches. So we may finish a practice at 6 o'clock, but if head coach Thorne had 10 minutes that he needed to share with the team about anything that he thought was important as it relates to character or faith or being a great husband or a great father, our players would take a knee and we'd have a talk, and he would bring it. And it's amazing what those 5 and 10 minute discussions would cover.
But the truth of John's character is not only displayed in his words, but in his actions. At a wedding, he reconnected with a former athlete he coached at Wheaton-Warrenville South High School.
That 1992 team at Wheaton South was his first state championship team, and the young man shared with him that he had lost his ring. And 2 days later, his wife went out to their mailbox, and my dad had gone to their house, written him a nice letter, and put his ring in their mailbox. And I get emotional still talking about it. But the wife cried her whole way into the house. And this guy still has that ring, and that's who he is.